There are so many succulents out there, it can be a bit overwhelming if you want to get one but don't have much experience with these plants. It doesn't help that all succulents are marketed as these super hardy plants that can live through anything and are great indoors. The truth is that different succulent species or varieties can be wildly dissimilar. For instance, some will need direct sun to grow, while others prefer a bright shade. I have been growing succulent plants for over 10 years and have dealt with well over 500 cultivars. In this video, I will name the easiest succulents to grow that should be suitable for any succulent newbies. And let's start off with Crassula ovata. This is one of the most common succulents out there. Also known as the jade or money tree, it is super hardy and will grow in sun, shade and even indoors. It will tolerate poor soil and propagate easily from cuttings and leaves. Crassula ovata has a few equally hardy cultivars and hybrids such as the golem. These succulents are absolutely perfect for beginners and are unlikely to fail. Next up is Echeveria Prolifica. This cute little Echeveria is not called Prolifica for nothing. It is truly amazing how fast it can spread and multiply. But that is not all. Prolifica is also hardy and will happily grow almost anywhere in the garden. It is not suitable for indoors, but is absolutely amazing when planted outside, whether it be in pots or garden. The Violet Queen is a gorgeous succulent that displays amazing colors when stressed. It is not just a pretty face though, and is also hardy. Many Echeveria can be a bit of a pain to grow as they tend not to like harsh sun and too much rain, but the Violet Queen seems to be okay with both. It is best suited to the garden and not very good indoor plant. Now let's look at agaves. Most agave cultivars are super duper tough plants any beginner should be able to handle. They'll grow in full shade as well as the sun, though may not like being indoors. The only downside is the sharp spines that run along the leaves and the tip. Mature agave can be a dangerous plant. If you're not into spiky plants, go for the attenuata species, which is free of spine. Agave can also grow quite big and take over your garden. If it's spiky, it can be incredibly hard to manage. Personally, I grow mine in pots as the size can be better controlled. Fun fact about agave, there is a species of agave that is used to make tequila. Next up, Opuntia Codifolia. This succulent is a fabulous fast-spreading ground cover. It will tolerate full sun and shade and works best if planted in the garden. Do be careful when buying this as it is classed as a weed in certain parts of the world. Checking your local weed register would be a good idea. Pseudomorganium or donkey-stele is a cute trailing plant that looks fabulous in hanging baskets. It can be grown outdoors or in a bright spot indoors. Haworthia fasciata is one of the easiest indoor succulents but will also grow well in the garden. They may look a bit on the brown side when exposed to the sun, but this is their stress color, so there's usually nothing to worry about. If you're after a cute pot plant for the house, this is it. Just keep in mind that indoor succulents will always grow better in a super bright spot. This here is one of my most favorite garden succulents as it grows well just about everywhere and looks so cute with its green-orange rosettes. While not good indoors, it is a star in the garden. The vast majority of aloe cultivars are low maintenance and perfect for someone who's not familiar with succulents. They tolerate a variety of environments and will even survive indoors. Aeonium tend to be tough plants, but there are always exceptions. In my experience, the best Aeonium for beginners are Sunbirds, Schwarzkopf and Arboreum. Aeonium are great garden plants that will grow in sun as well as shade. They are not very suitable for indoors but may survive by a large window. The biggest appeal of these plants is the gorgeous rosette tree look and the ability to propagate easily. This green Aeonium may be a bit weedy, and so yet again check if it's considered a noxious weed in your area to stop it from taking over, grow in pots. Kalanchoe fetchenkoi is a highly ornamental and fast-spreading garden plant able to tolerate poor conditions. The flowers attract small nectar-feeding birds and the purple leaf edge adds instant color. This amazing plant is perfect for beginners and can be easily grown in pots and garden. Although it does not grow well indoors, it will brighten up any part of the garden. Starburst spreads quite fast and makes a great edging plant or a ground cover. Back to Echeveria elegans, also known as the Mexican snowball, is a superb species that will grow in pots as well as the garden. It is very hardy and you don't really need to do much in order for it to grow. The cubic frost is a lovely and a bit unusual looking hybrid, but it's not just a pretty face. This succulent is tough as nails and great for outdoor gardens or pots. Echeveria Blue Metal is quite a stunner and can grow pretty big for an Echeveria. Perfect for bigger gardens or large pots, wheelbarrows, etc. This succulent is very low maintenance. Now how lovely is this one? Lipstick may look like a high maintenance succulent, but the opposite is true. It's perfect for outdoors, whether it be pots or garden. If in doubt, get the Fred Ives. This succulent is as tough as it gets and it looks so stunning with its gorgeous pink rosettes. Honestly, you cannot go wrong with this one and your garden will look amazing with a few Fred Ives. It also works in pots, though is not good indoors. Acrecode is hands down the hardiest succulent I've ever grown. It will live through heat waves, droughts, torrential rain, hail, you name it. It will even grow indoors but will not look compact and is best to keep in the garden. There are many Rhipsalis species and from experience they are all awesome indoor plants but will also grow outdoors. They are not too keen on full sun but will tolerate it. Many of you will be familiar with Sedum rubrotinctum or the red jelly beans. These cute little guys are so hardy and one of the best ground cover garden succulents. Super easy to grow and propagate from cuttings and leaves. And the last one for today, Kalanchoe tomentosa. This variety is called the chocolate soldier, but there are a few others. They are all good hardy succulents that can be grown in pots or garden. They will survive indoors but aren't particularly great in too much shade. There are of course many other succulents including cacti that are very hardy and great for beginners, but these are my top picks. And that's it for today. I hope you found this video useful and if you have any questions, leave a comment below and I'll do my best to answer. If you'd like to learn more about succulents, hit the subscribe button or visit our website succulentgrowingtips.com. Thank you very much for watching.